Trey Collins is the man.
And you just said that on camera. This going viral.
I just want to thank all my new subscribers. Thank you so much for helping me pass 100. If you haven't subscribed, hopefully I can earn it today. So guys, just a quick update on what's going on. I haven't been on camera the last couple days. I apologize. I am waiting for new camera equipment to come in. It'll be here tomorrow, and I'll be back on camera actually hosting my videos. This movement is extremely important to me for the future of the retail investor. Yeah, I want to make a lot of money, but I want the market to be fixed so that it functions properly and we have a level playing field going forward. So if better camera equipment is going to help get this message out, get more apes on board, or help strengthen your position or your mental capacity or your emotions, that's what I'm all about. That's why I'm here. Secondly, the giveaway for the scooters is definitely still happening 100%. I will give the details for that on Saturday. And third, I want to talk about the ORTEX data. Let's remember this data is 2 weeks old. This is from May 28th. And on that day, we basically were fluctuating between $24 and $36. So these guys are still willing to play with fire. They're going to get burned. As long as we hold, they're going to get burned. But just remember about the ORTEX data, it is 2 weeks old. With that being said, the information in the tweet is very relevant. It just proves exactly what we've been saying, that there is way more shorting going on than is being reported. We've known this for a while now, but it just verifies what we've been thinking. So for those of you apes who haven't seen it or don't even know about it, Trey Collins today, one of the main guy for this movement, the main ape, went on Charles Payne on Fox Business and did an interview with him, and they talked about the SEC filing from today, and he just basically talked about the movement in general. And I'm not going to play the whole thing for you because it's like a 6-minute interview, but he brought out two really good points. While not to mention absolutely knocking the interview out of the park, Charles Payne looked really impressed with how poised he was. It was just a great interview. And I know everyone's bummed out about AMC being down today and it's red, but pay attention to these 2 points, these 2 clips I'm going to show you, and just really let them sink in tonight, you know, before you go to bed, before you wake up tomorrow in a panic. Pay attention to what he's saying, and things may make a little more sense to you tonight. And I just have to say, for this guy to be leading this movement of apes and the whole thing with AMC and GME and the rest of the stocks, we are truly blessed because we don't have some Momo out there who doesn't know what he's talking about. Trey just knows how to deliver the punchlines when they're needed. They make sense, and they're based on facts. And we're just really lucky that this movement has a leader like Trey.
And it pointed to a legal proceeding on page 186. Now, part of it read, plaintiffs allege that Apex, along with over 30 other brokerage, trading firms, and or clearing firms, including ROBINHOOD, Barclays, CITADEL, and DTCC, engaged in a coordinated conspiracy in violation of antitrust laws to prevent retail customers from operating and trading freely. Now, to stop losing money on short sell positions. That's what it read. Listen, we're not lawyers. I don't want to speculate on this case at all. I just want to say, to me, it's impressive. The Reddit community, how they unearth things like this. A filing, an innocuous filing, page 186. Why do the pros keep underestimating your intelligence and how committed you are to this?
I think these pros, the people who quote unquote are smart money, don't understand that the retail investor is not stupid. The average person out there can put together a lot of different resources, due diligence, crunch numbers, whatever it may be, and find out some really cool things. This is news, but it's not new news. These are things that we have uncovered over the last 6 months as individual retail investors doing research on the stock.
And guys, take a minute to think about this. Wes Christian, who is one of the top attorneys in all of Texas, he's got license to practice all over the country. He has been fighting this battle for 20 years with Robert Shapiro, who was on OJ's trial, some real top-notch lawyers, and they have gotten almost nowhere. He has said multiple times that he is amazed at what this community has been able to accomplish in just 6 short months. So the interview continued on, and they talked about naked shorts and the transparency, or lack of transparency, I should say, between the retail investors and the market makers and the hedge funds, and how this T+2 time frame that we have in order to file is when they get to play shenanigans with the shares and where things get lost in dark pools. But Trey makes a really good point, and this is the second point I wanted to touch on that I think we're not really talking about too much, but it's a huge, huge piece of this puzzle.
I think these pros, the people who quote unquote are smart money, don't understand that the retail investor is not stupid. The average person out there can put together a lot of different resources, due diligence, crunch numbers, whatever it may be, and find out some really cool things. This is news, but it's not new news. These are things that we have uncovered over the last 6 months as individual retail investors doing research on the stock. Here's a fact, and this is something that brought me to believe that this could be happening, is the heavy leveraging, the margin debt that you have in the economy right now, the U.S. stock market. There's $847 billion of debt coming from margin in the stock market, and the majority of that, almost $200 billion, has come in the last 6 months. That is not a coincidence. These hedge funds are playing with fire and eventually going to get cracked down on, and that's as simple as it gets.
You got to work with me, Trey, real quick. The greatest risk to this movement, is it regulations? Is it investors running out of money? Is it the Federal Reserve hiking rates, or something else?
So you guys might be wondering, why did I pull this clip? This clip where he talks about the margin debt. And I just think it's really important because nobody is talking about it. And it just so happens that last night I was talking to one of my best friends growing up, and he was talking to me. He works for a firm down in Connecticut. And we were just talking, shooting the you-know-what. And he was talking about that he's never seen this craziness with the margin debt except for the dot-com bubble back in 99, 2000. And what is margin debt? Margin debt is basically the amount of money that an investor borrows from brokers on margin. So they're not using cash, it's margined. This debt can be money borrowed to buy securities or sell short a stock. Now, I know the typical saying is, when in doubt, pull out. But in this case, when in doubt, look at the numbers. The numbers do not lie. As of last month, we're up another 3% and over $800 billion in margin debt in this stock market. The last time we've seen these kind of jumps were in 1972, 1999, and 2007. And guess what happened in every one of those years?
No, toward the Reddit revolution. What's their greatest risk?
Oh, absolutely.
I gotta go, but tell me.
Absolutely. Yeah, no problem. So I think the greatest risk is infiltration. There's no stranger to the note that these big hedge funds and firms will pay people to infiltrate the community and act like one of us. We have to watch out for those people and recognize that this is not the normal way, and stick true to your convictions. Simple as it gets.
All right. Trey, thank you so much for sharing your comments, and good luck on everything.
And guys, Trey says it all right here. Only we can beat ourselves on this. We can fall for the FUD and the fake news and the manipulation and the media and their tantrums and Jim Cramer and Melissa Lee and the whole lot of them. And we can beat ourselves, or we can huddle up, take a knee, bring it in, and stick together as a team, as an ape nation. Okay, guys, so that's all I got for the interview. I thought those might have been the two most important points to pull out. It went really, really well. I think Charles Payne was blown away. And Trey just did an amazing job. So hats off to you, Trey Collins. And as we'd say it here in Boston, you knocked it out of the park, kid. All right, so that's all I got for tonight. I'll be back in the morning with another video. Guys, hold on. Stay strong. Trust the math. Trust the numbers. Trust the guys that have done the due diligence, that they know what they're talking about, and stick to the end. We're winning this fight, guys. This is Ape Nation. I'm the Massalorian, and I'm out.